Sure. Sorry.
Children, I have grown these in my own home. I have homegrown these in my own home. Grown these in my I have these homegrown. Home grow, growing, grow, home grower, grown, grow.
What is a weed? Defined by professional weed men, Blatchley 1912 says, a plant out of place or growing where it is not wanted. Georgia 1916, a plant that is growing where it is desired that something else can grow. Robbins et al. 1942, obnoxious plants. Muncher 1946, those plants with harmful or objectionable habits or characteristics which grow where they are not wanted, usually in places where it is desired that something else should grow. Isley, 1960.
Cheers.
Any plant where it is not wanted, particularly where man is attempting to grow something else. Salisbury, 1961. A plant growing where we do not want it. Clingman, 1961. A plant growing where it is not desired, or a plant out of place. Wodehouse, 1963. An unwanted plant.
How to get to sprout. Last updated on May 12, 2021 by Justin Michail. We may earn an affiliate commission for purchases using our links at no additional cost to you. Disclaimer, you are here, home organic food. October 27, 2025, admin. Home, plants, vegetables, growing. Last updated October 25th, 2023 by Isabel Fraser. Good news. There are ways to control the timing of sprouting from. Will sprout for a variety of reasons. Exposure to light, even artificial indoor lighting. Related, how often to water? Because don't need any soil to sprout. A sprouting is essentially that's beginning its rotting stage or the end of the current cycle of life. Keep in mind that slightly moisturized doesn't mean standing water.
As defined by the ecologically minded, Bunting 1960, weeds are pioneers of secondary succession, of which the weedy arable field is a special case. Blatchley 1912, a plant which contests with man for the possession of the soil. Dayton 1950, introduced plant species which take possession of cultivated or fallow fields and pastures. Pritchard 1960, opportunistic species that follow human disturbance of the habitat. Salisbury, 1961. The cosmopolitan character of many weeds is perhaps a tribute both to the ubiquity of man's modification of environmental conditions and his efficiency as an agent of dispersal. As defined by enthusiastic amateurs, Emerson, 1912. A plant whose virtues have not yet been discovered. Coconur, 1950. The thing of considering all weeds is bad is nonsensical. King, 1951. Weeds have always been condemned without a fair trial.
Imagine two large plant pots, one labeled GP and one P. The G stands for green. The is a tuber, a root that stores nutrients, mostly starch, able to sprout without need. Immaculate conception, biblical plant. Label P has sprouted in the dark, milky white tendrils reaching up towards the light in a paper, not plastic bag. The green have sprouted in the sun. Here, process. Both start producing ethylene. Paper bag uses starch inside tuber to produce mass, becomes soft, squishy, loose bag of carbon, the other turning green outside. The sun, solanine, poisonous. Where does the mass for plants come from? When guessed, answer is water, soil, minerals. Feynman. People think it comes from the ground, it comes from the air. Photosynthesis. A process of creating oxygen only if you are not the plant. Mining carbon out of air to leave oxygen alone. Where does carbon go? Carbon-based, canned food flavor called mass of plant. Photosynthesis, a process of excavating carbon from air, making something from nothing. Where does the mass of a rabbit come from? The mass of the fox that eats, the mass of us, and air is turning green. Plant, planet, plant again, plantagenet. The green needs not to deplete itself. Berry, a process not fully understandable nor controllable. We are a part of it. Fukuoka, do nothing farming means returning everything you don't need. Oxygen, the plant farms us for carbon. Do nothing. In this economy, always in quotes, maybe some food, maybe some freedom, socialist pipe dream, solar punk utopia, anarcho-collectivist, look how they privatized my commons, ladies call it no dig, all the rage in London allotments, this in itself, little victory. Canned food flavor called little of victory. Do nothing, do nothing, do nothing, do nothing.
The primary weed control strategy for the crop is to get plants up and away, to suppress the weeds and minimize competition for light, water, nutrients. To identify grass weeds, ask what does the auricle look like? The little claw at the junction of the leaf sheath and blade. Describe this feature. What does the ligule look like? Membranous extension at the junction of the leaf sheath and blade.
Yes.
Describe this feature. Describe it, know it, so you can know to tailor your poisons. But really, the key message is it's better to wait. Wait for the right seedbed conditions before planting than trying to force matters. The key message is know a population resistance status. The key message is know what you're about to inherit. The conundrum always lies in scale and priority. Aggressive care for whom and at what expense. Use the hoe on the abstractions, the correlations jaggedly inferred into causations under a smooth canopy. Excess spilling over exuberance, rejoice the metaphors go wild, or the righteousness of a perceived nature of balance, like happiness, elusive, silted over, of a size between sand or clay. Ask, are the leaves folded or rolled in the stem? Are rhizomes present or absent?
No longer borrowed text, I step away from poetry. Let's try it. A clay garden pot, gravel on the bottom, halfway with soil, eyes facing up, cover completely, water until thoroughly wet, leave where it gets sun, where it gets heat.
Thank you.